Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new video. I know it's been a little bit of a minute with the holidays. Stuff got a little crazy. Been with family, been doing a whole lot of stuff. But, you know, with all those excuses aside, with the good mornings in and dealt, I just popped his in. So, let's take a little blinker. Feels great because it's really late where I am, so we're getting ready to go to sleep. But, with all that being nice and done and out of the way, let's just hop straight into today's story time, because today's story time is going to be it's going to be about the time that I almost got shot with the homies, right? Insane, right? One of the scariest parts of my life. So let's just jump right into it. So this happened on a Wednesday night, right? And it happened on a Wednesday night because I had snuck out this night, right? You know, it was a normal day at school. I got home. This wasn't even really planned, honestly. I was kind of just chilling at home for a good couple hours, you know. It was like 8, 7 o'clock. And I randomly just got hit up by my boy, give him a name for this video. Carl. My boy Carl really just hit me up and he was like, yo, you want to sneak out? Mom's out of town. And me being a little delinquent, I was like, that's a bet. Let's sneak out. So he didn't have a car, and that didn't really register in my mind what we were really going to get into this night. But he told me, he was like, all right, so I'm going to have this boy. We have another person story. Let's give him a name. Let's give him a name, man. Damn. Jack. My boy Jack, right? So he tells my boy Carl tells me that Jack is going to come pick me up, right? And I'm like, bet. So we conversate back and forth. We figure out what's going to happen. He tells me Jackson come pick me up. And I'm like, bet. Right? We're chilling. So I'm waiting for Jack to come pick me up, right? About 20, 30 minutes goes by. I'm just chiefing my vape, chiefing my cart. And my boy Jack texts me and he's like, yo, I'm here. Come on out. Right? And I don't know if y'all did, but mostly all my friends had a way to sneak out of their house when they were younger. And my way was the best way because it almost guaranteed never to get caught, right? So in my crib, I lived in the basement, and my way to sneak out was through the garage, right? And while you're probably like, too fried, what about opening the door, right? Well, to get to the garage, to go out to the garage, wasn't really like out of the usual because we had a fridge in the garage. Like, that's where I got all my drinks and stuff in the basement. So going in the garage, like, was no problem. Not unusual, right? They think I'm just getting a drink. Now, to get outside the garage to where the fun is happening, there was a little side door right beside my mom's car, and it only locked from the inside. So, you know, I'd unlock that, I'd walk out, and this door, bro, it was just so goated. It made no noise, no squeaks, no, like, you didn't have to push it, no nothing. You could just open it with your finger, quiet as a mouse, right? So, you know, I unlock this door, I go out, and I always put something in front of it because it never had a latch. It just had the lock. The lock is the only thing that kept the door shut. So, you know, I'd put something in front of the door to keep it shut because it didn't have a latch. So, I open the door, I go out, quiet as a little mouse. I get my little, I think it was a trash can. I got a trash can, I put it in front of the door, and now I'm walking down the driveway. I'm walking down my driveway, right? I made my great escape, and I'm on the way to my boy Jack's car. And my boy Jack shows up in this little off-brand Kia Soul, right? This thing, I think it's called like a Scion, right? I called it the tactical Kia Soul, right? So I get in this little tactical Kia Soul. I'm like, damn, your mom let you bring out your whip this late, right? Because he was old enough to drive. He just didn't have a license, didn't register, right? And he was like, no, I stole this bitch. I just stole it. I took it. She was asleep on the couch, and I went and grabbed the keys and took it. And for me, I was shocked. I was shell-shocked because I'm from the South. Like, I'm from the South, and we don't do that. The kids where I'm from, we don't do that. We'd get beat. Like, we just don't do that, right? So I was shell-shocked, but also I was also kind of like starting figuring out who I was hanging out with, because I still haven't been hanging out with these boys for not but like a couple months still. But, you know, so he tells me you just stole this bitch. I'm like, well, she's not calling the cops. We should be chilling. Let's head over to my boy Carl's. So we hop in this stolen whip from his parents. Not really stolen, but stolen. So we hop in the whip and we go over to the townhomes in my town and we go see my boy Carl. And the way my boy Carl snuck out was when he got there, when you got to his house, you come up on a sidewalk, and right in front of that sidewalk on his front lawn, on his townhome, was his front window. And the front window went straight into his room. So that's just where he would sneak out. He would just jump out the window. So we get to Carl's house, of course. You know, we wait for 4 or 5 minutes because he has to get ready. And it takes a little bit longer than 4 or 5 minutes, right? And I'm over here, I'm texting him, calling him. I'm like, yo, what's going on? He said, yo, sorry, I had to steal the truck keys. And so now I'm like, damn, we're just stealing everything. So, you know, he is now, and the only person watching this man Carl, is his grandma. She's like 87, like just not barely there, right? It's basically just basically him by himself. So he takes his mom's truck keys from his poor grandma, and he comes out the window and he's like, I got him. So he hops in his truck and throws that bitch in neutral. We end up pushing it out of the parking spot, pushing it down the hill, starting it at the stop sign. We're dipping, right? We're out of there. We have stolen mom's truck from grandma. We are out of there. So as we're blazing on out of there, we're thinking, we're like, dude, what should we do, right? What should we do? We're just riding around town at this point. Like, we have nothing to do. We stopped at a gas station, I think, to fill up a little bit of gas. We were broke, so it was like $5 and get like 1 or 2 snacks, right? Not too much. So we're over here, we're on the back roads. We're heading kind of towards a different town that was like the neighboring town's only like 20 minutes over. So we had a friend in the neighboring town, and we ended up texting him, and we were like, yo, you trying to pop out? We stole the parents' whip. We'll come get you. And after a little bit, you know, after a little bit of waiting for him to respond, he responds, and he's like, hell yeah, come get me. So we're like, bet, let's head on over there. And now this drive is only like 20-25 minutes over. So, you know, we take our little 20-25 minute drive. I mean, we're bumping. We are on top of the world right now. We stole our parents' whip. No one's got caught yet. We are chilling, right? So we get over to my boy. Man, let's what is his name? Let's give him, we got another character. Man, let's give him a name. Ted. We get over to my boy Ted's, right? In this neighboring town after this 20-minute drive. We get over to my boy Ted's. He comes out, you know, he dabs everybody up. We're talking for a second in front of his crib because his parents just don't care, right? His parents, he's at the point where his parents just, they don't give a crap, right? So my boy Ted's dabbing each other up. We're asking, you know, we're catching up, you know, being like, what's the movie tonight? What are we going to get into? And after talking for about 5 to 10 minutes, we decided to go slide this front-wheel drive tactical Kia Soul and this F-150 at a school. We go to this random school in this town, and we just start sliding shit. We start sliding shit like it's a takeover, right? And my man, Carl is just, he is making these tires so bald you can almost see the wires. You can see the wires, actually. Like, he is going crazy in this F-150. Just donut after donut. He even hit a rollback in it. Like, my boy was going crazy in the F-150 like he owned the damn thing, right? So after the F-150 rips for a little bit, my boy, man, I'm fried. What name? My boy Jack gets in his tactical Kia Soul that's front-wheel drive, and he tries to slide it. Obviously, it doesn't slide because it's front-wheel drive. And then we're like, boy, you can't slide. He hits us with the, watch this. He throws the tactical Kia Soul in reverse and just reverse slides that hoe. Just starts doing donuts in reverse in the tactical Kia Soul. And I don't know why, but he thought it'd be a great idea, and let me tell you, he was ripping those backwards donuts. like I'm telling you, this man was ripping those donuts like he was in a donut competition, right? So after about another 20-30 minutes of him just ripping these backwards donuts and us laughing our ass off, having a blast, we decided to like figure out a next move, right? So we're sitting there, we're talking for a little bit, and my boy Ted brings up this notorious place for taking flicks. It's called Graffiti Bridge, right? Had a whole bunch of graffiti on it, and it was just really cool where motherfuckers could just sit there and take flicks. But it was also known for a lot of shady stuff to go down. Like, shady stuff. Like, life sentence stuff. Shady stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's like almost 1 a.m. at this point, and we decided to go to Graffiti Bridge because we want the flicks. We want the flicks with the boys because we snuck out, so why not, right? So, and this is another like 20-minute drive because Graffiti Bridge was basically out in the middle of nowhere, right? You had to go through this gravel road with basically no cell towers, like no houses, like it was in the middle of nowhere. Anything happens, you're donezo, right? You're done, you're dead, right? So we take another like 20-minute drive out in the middle of nowhere, and we get to Graffiti Bridge, and you have to walk down a little trail. So we walk down a little trail, we get to Graffiti Bridge, right? We see bullets everywhere. That's the first thing we see, bullets everywhere. We see bullets and graffiti, which is normal for Graffiti Bridge, so we're not freaking out yet, right? So we posted up, we're taking flicks, we're looking over the edge, right? We're throwing stuff over the edge, we're looking at all the different art and all the different people that have made a mark, right? And as we're doing that, like 30 minutes into this little scavenger, we see a rock. Like, we're looking at this part of the woods. Like, I'm getting shaky just talking about this, right? I'm coming up on this part. It's hard to talk about. This is insane. So we're looking at this part of the woods, like, and it's like on the edge of a cliff, right? It's the edge of a cliff, and it goes off into this giant ass creek that went through the whole area. And this rock just comes flying from the cliff, like as if someone threw it, and we watched it come from the cliff and it hit the water. And we were like, what the hell was that? Like, we don't know what that is. What the hell was that? So we're kind of shooken up at this point, but we haven't decided to leave yet, right? We just end up like getting in a line together side by side to make sure we don't get ambushed or whatever the heck. I don't know what our little idiot asses was thinking, getting side by side, no weapons, just straight fists. But we get all side by side. It's 4 people side by side. We're basically taking up this whole bridge because it wasn't that big, right? So we're all standing side by side, looking around, trying to see if there's anybody there, right? And as we're looking, we hear a gunshot. And not just hear a gunshot, we hear something get hit beside us. Like, no one got hit, right? And it's not like the bullet was like 2 inches away from us. No, like, the person who threw the rock shot at, like, say, like, bro, I'm even shaking talking about this. Like, say the railing is like 10 feet away from me. He shot at the railing, right? He shot at the railing of the bridge. Like, we heard it hit. We heard the shot. It rung our ears like crazy. Like, we almost got shot on that bridge. Like, he shot like 10 feet away from us, and we saw the damage. We saw, you know, the consequences of that piece of concrete being shot. Like, we were shook at this point. We heard that gunshot, and we realized that was only like 10 feet away from us, and we dipped. I'm talking, and my boy Jack, man, he's not the lightest, right? He's not the lightest. So my boy's kind of stumbling, and we're getting him, and we're going, right? Because we're scared for our lives at this point. Like, we just got shot at, basically, right? No one got hit, right? But we got shot at, right, on this bridge in the middle of the night by someone we didn't even see. Like, we didn't even see this dude. No interaction with him, no nothing. He just shot at us for no reason. So we just got shot at. And so we climb our trail, we get the hell out, because in our minds, I don't know if we were being chased. I do not know if we were being chased, but we thought we were. That's how freaked out we were. We just immediately assumed we were being chased. And so we're dipping, we're running as fast as we can, all 4 of us. And we finally get to the cars. The F-150 and the tactical Kia Soul. My boy Ed gets in the F-150. I get in the tactical Kia Soul with my boy Jack. And my boy Carl skirts out of there with the F-150 with that boy Ed inside. Like, he's sliding all over the road. He can barely even stay on the road. And same with us, because we are shooking up like crazy at this point. Like, we can barely stay on this gravel road. We're sliding everywhere because we're just trying to get out of there so fast. Like, we're not trying to lose our lives that night. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make it home, because this normal sneak out has now turned into, I need to get the hell home, right? Or I'm going to be on a t-shirt. That's what was going through our minds, right? So, you know, after getting shot at and after going straight home, and I barely even slept that night. Like, after barely even sleeping, you know, we didn't even talk about it the next day. We were still so shooken up. Like, we barely even looked at each other, right? So, you know, a couple days go past. My boy's mom gets home, right, from her little business trip or whatever. She sees her truck tires and starts flipping shit, starts yelling and everything. She's like, what happened to my tires? Why can't I see the wires? And my boy Carl did not be a responsible young man and take the blame. My boy blamed it on his grandma. Blamed it on poor old grandma. And grandma, being like in the 80s, like in her 80s, didn't know any better and took the blame for the tires and paid for them. And she had to buy all 4 of them too. Not just 1, not just 2, not just 3. She she had to buy 4. She had to buy a whole brand new set of tires for that truck, for an F-150. And that wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap for Grandma. But, you know, on top of almost getting shot and ruining Mom's tires, it was a semi-fun, non-successful night. Let me tell you, we were scared for our lives. But sadly, that's all I have for today's story time. So with all that being said, with that story time being out of the way, hopefully everybody enjoyed the story time and everybody had a great time. I hope to see y'all next time. Everybody have a great night. I will see y'all next time. Stay fried.